right, here we go. It's time for a new set. A little behind curve. About a week and a half ago, well, 2 weeks ago, pre-release happened. So last Friday was release date of Dominaria United. Some really cool cards, some really cool opportunities to get some stuff to kind of dig back into the realm of Dominaria. And I believe there's some new Phyrexia type stuff. There's a lot of Phyrexian creatures and characters and spells and whatnot. So I don't know if they reprinted any specific ones. Maybe they did. I haven't really dug in deep enough yet. I did have some stuff after a pre-release event. I probably should have just went ahead and did a video in between the Crimson Vows round 1 and 2 so we could get this out there. So I missed an opportunity, but hey, whatever. Nonetheless, if you haven't seen some of this yet, you're going to see at least 8 packs worth of Dominaria stuff. And we'll do a little bit of going over some of the cards. I don't want to get too crazy because I just feel like sometimes videos are way too long, don't really get a lot of views. People watch them for about 5 seconds and then disappear. So let's just see what we got here. Nice, colorful. Look at that colorful Planeswalker symbol on that one. I don't know if it's on the outside of the pack, but just in general, nice and colorful. Mew! All the pretty colors. Anyway, not that big of a deal. I just thought I would point that out. Yeah, some Ajani looking fellas. Dominaria United. So going back, and we've got Danitha. I don't know why she's on there, but Teferi, Karn, Ajani, Jace, and Chandra. So they're all on there. I was looking at that. Probably didn't even show you. That's how bad I'm doing on this video so far. And it's just a little cover, a little sheet inside there, a little artwork and stuff to go with the bundle here. And we know what we get out of here. We get some set boosters and some more cardboard cutouts, things like that for your counters, and some cards in general, just artwork type stuff. It's usually the basic stuff you get in there. We got a land pack and a foil pack. It looks like we've got Herd Migration for the bundle card. That's domain ability. Can't see it. It's in paper. I'm not really going to take it out. You guys have probably, some of you may have opened one, some of you may not have. Don't know. You got our nice little pretty dice and a a handful of packs here and some filler cards. Woohoo! Nope, I bumped my light. I don't know why I'm putting that there. I don't need to do that. Anyway, so Dominaria United. Like I said, I had an opportunity. I probably should have went ahead and just opened up part of a set booster box that I bought at the store after pre-release weekend, and I did not. So here's what we got. We got a bundle. Check out some stuff. Some set boosters. Some Dominaria United. Alright, folks. Thanks and appreciate your watching my pack opening videos and getting participate in the battle pack. And we do have a battle pack competition coming up with Dominaria United collector booster box. So I got one of those. I have a Jumpstart box also I can open. I might open a few of those packs here at this video, just to maybe crack in a few jump starts. I haven't really got into doing the jump start where you give a couple packs and everybody just play, shuffle up, play. I don't really have anybody interested in doing that in my environment. Guys I play cards with just do Commander, so they're just going to be opened up for the cards and the value of the cards, I guess. But I feel like I've opened some of the Jumpstart ones and they didn't have really anything in them. Like, they just have the basic Dominaria United cards from the pack, from the set in there. There's no bonus reprints, the Jumpstart symbol like the original Jumpstart had, so I felt like it was almost kind of a waste of money. I don't know, we'll see. But nonetheless, we got Floriferous Vine Wall. We got a Floriferous Vine Wall. It's a plant wall defender and enters battlefield. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal any card from among them, put them into your hand, put the rest of the bottom of the library in any order. Okay. Okay. Clockwork Drawbridge. Defender. Pay 3, tap it, tap target creature. Academy Wall. Some more walls, some defenders. It seems pretty heavy. This pack is full of walls. I wonder if we get all 3 colors. We got red, green, white, now blue. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. And then we got a multicolor land. So they were pointing this out on some of the videos, that these are essentially, the ability is this. It says Molten Tributary enters the battlefield tapped. Now, the cards in the dual lands from Revised and Limited, like Tundra, and I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. Tundra always comes to mind because I feel like it's the only one I've ever seen. My brain just remembers it's easy. One word. So they have the same ability, essentially. Now, those lands might not come in tapped, but they do are labeled as can be are considered an island or a mountain. So you see how this dual colored it is now considered that. So you can actually search for that if your card tells you to go search for an island or a mountain. And maybe if it says basic land, it won't work because this isn't a basic land. But the option to go search for them are available with some of those cards. So this is something new they did. They added this in here. But they obviously don't have the value as much as the ones from the Vised and Unlimited sets do. But still, Choking Miasma, a kicker ability. So they brought some more kicker back. 3-drop, 1 kicker of a forest. If this spell is kicked, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. On a creature, not a target. On a creature you control. All creatures get -2/-2 till turn. Okay. And then we got Territorial Marrow. However you want to pronounce it. He's a 5-drop creature elemental with domain ability. Territorial Marrow's power and toughness are each equal twice the number of basic land types among lands you control. Types of basic land types. I don't know if that triggers those lands. They're not basic land types. I mean, they are. An island and a swamp is a basic land type, so that could be considered that. These aren't basic land cards, but that's a basic land type. I don't know how that works. It might. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to do some research. Maybe one of you know exactly how that works. You can explain it a little bit in some detailed comment. I'd appreciate it. Singer Connoisseur, 5-drop creature vampire, flying. Whenever one or more other creatures die, put a 1/1 counter on Singer Connoisseur. This ability triggers only once each turn. Seems to be a common occurrence, only one triggering. And here are the showcase versions. Really cool. They're like the pane glass or stained glass type of artwork with these showcases. See how there's a real defined line. It's kind of cartoonish, but it looks like something you'd see on a window. You know, like in an old-fashioned church of some sort. Baird Argivian Recruiter, and his ability is the beginning of your end step. If you control a creature with power greater than its base power, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. With power greater than, so it's technically if it's got a counter, if it's a 1/1 creature and you got it up 1/1 because of a counter, or even an enchantment. If it currently is bigger than its base power, then yes, you get a creature token. So I can see that being pretty useful in a lot of decks. And what is our rare? We have Quarion Beast Color, 2-drop Dryad Warrior. Whenever you cast a creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Quarion Beast Color. When Quarion Beast Color dies, distribute X plus some counters among any number of target creatures you control, where X is the number of 1 counters on the Beast Color. Alright, cool. That's pretty useful in a counter deck. And then Cult Conscript foil and a beautiful token. Beautiful token. Hey. No list card. Some art cards. I'm not going to show the art cards. They're not that great. Heroic Charge. 4-drop kicker ability of 2. Creatures you control get a +2/+1 until turn. If the spell is kicked, those creatures also gain trample. Nice. Keldon Strike Team, 3-drop with a 2-drop kicker. Enters the battlefield with, if it is kicked, create 2 white soldier creature tokens. As long as Keldon Strike Team entered the battlefield this turn, creatures you control have haste. Alright. Captain's Call, that's a reprint. Create 3 1/1 white soldier creature token. How did I put that there? I put that in the wrong spot. No, I didn't. I'm dumb. Bortuk Bone Rattler, 6-drop Troll Shaman. Has the domain ability. It says, when Bortuk Bone Rattle enters the battlefield, if you cast it, choose target creature card in your graveyard. Return that card to the battlefield if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Okay. Basic land type, there it is again. That's what the domain stands for. I'm under the impression that I don't know. This says basic land types. I don't know. Well, somebody has to explain it. Pilfer, 2-drop. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. I think that might have been a reprint. I feel like I've seen. Urg, Spawn of Turg. 3-drop. 2 swamp, 1 forest. Its power is equal to the number of land cards in your graveyard. At the beginning of the upkeep, look at the top card of the library. You may put that card in your graveyard, and you may pay 2 sacrifice land to gain 2 life. Runic Shot, 1-drop kicker, 1-drop ability, 1-drop kicker ability. Destroy target tapped creature. If this spell is kicked, scry 2. Stained glass artwork. Oh my gosh, Lagomos, Hand of Hatred. 3-drop at the beginning of the combat on your turn. Create a 2/1 red elemental creature token with trample, head, and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next instant. Search your library for a card. Put it in your hand. The shelf will activate only if 5 or more creatures die this turn. Oof. Another one. Tori Diarvent Fury Rider. I'm not going to read this one, but it's a 4-drop. Human Knight, legendary creature, has vigilance and trample. You guys can pause it and read the rest of it. I'm going to read too much, and this video is going to go on way too long. And our rare card is Rundvelt Hordemaster. I will read the rares, though. It is a 1-drop. I'm sorry, 1-drop. 1 is there. 2-drop. Other goblins you control get a +1/+1. When Rundvelt Hordemaster or another goblin you control dies, exile a top card of your library. If it's a goblin creature card, you may cast that card until the end of the next turn. Oh, for those goblin decks that's doing a lot of sacrificing of goblins, that would be huge. I mean, obviously you're exiling the top card and be able to play it till next turn, but if you're doing a lot of sack ability, it's any time. So if it's your opponent's turn, you sack a goblin, you get to exile the top card of your library, and you can play it until your next turn. That's pretty, but that's going to be a nasty additive to a lot of modern type goblin decks, and even for a commander type deck. That's pretty gross. Nobody's going to want to play against something like that, especially if you get the draw to get to that point. And a foil Academy Wall to go with our beautiful Soldier token. Another one. I will go a little slow as I turn the cards over so you can pause and read. It's not a huge deal because everybody can probably research these cards as they want to. But if you want to watch the video a little bit longer and review the cards that I'm putting up here, you're more than welcome to. Smash to Dust. Let me get some zoom here so you can actually pause and read it. Smash to Dust. Shield Wall Sentinel, another defender. Gibbering Barricade. Gibbering, maybe? Not Gibbering. Gibbering Barricade. Floriferous Vine Wall. I believe we had that one already. Queen Elenal Rudok. Rodok. The Weathered Seed Treaty. Saga. They're like, sagas are back. I don't think sagas were kind of back in some case. They weren't really gone. I think we had some in Kaldheim. I'm trying to get this so you can see it and read a little bit better. Still not that great. I think it's the lighting. The lighting is messing with the words a little bit. Really? Last time. Yeah, still not. I don't know. Whatever. Resolute Reinforcements. Stained Glass Najal, the Storm Runner. Stained Glass again. We got Turu. Weird name. Here's the Sky Knight. And our rare is Voldalian Hexcatcher. 2-drop Merfolk Wizard. Flash. Other Merfolks you control get a +1/+1. Sacrifice a Merfolk. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 1. Alright, that's pretty useful. A foil Volsh Tide Turner. And do we get a list card? I didn't really look when I opened the pack. Nope. It is a filler card. Yay, filler cards. Woo! We got Citizen's Arrest. Haunting Figment. Destroy Evil. Combat Research. Yoshia declares war. Inscribed Tablet. Frostfist Strider. Mossbeard Ancient. Lagomos, the Hatred. There's another one of those. And our rare is Braids Arisen Nightmare. 3-drop legendary nightmare creature. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. So you can kind of keep them from getting rid of some of your stuff, but Tori the Avant Fury Rider foil. Uncommon foil. And another filler card. Well, alright. I mean, if we're lucky, we'll get a list card, right? We're only halfway through these packs, and we haven't got one yet. Oh, there might be one. I had opened up the box, like I said, and I was not impressed with the list cards that did pop up. I felt like there was hardly anything worthwhile, and I only got like 4 out of a box. It's pretty trash. Foil Mountain. Alright, we'll skip past the Academy Wall. And there's a Molten Tributary, red, blue. We got Contaminated Aquifer. Right into the uncommons. Resolute Reinforcements already. Baird, Argivan Recruiter. Protect the Negotiators. Tura Kinnarood, Sky Knight. I think I already read that. I think I had the showcase version of that one there. There he is. Yeah, it's right there. And then we got a showcase Balamor Battle Mage Captain. To go with another showcase. We got two. Oh, we got a mythic. We got two rares. Mythic rare. We got Jensen Carthalion Druid Exile. 2-drop, green-white, legendary creature human druid. And that's from the commander set because that symbol's a bit different than the Dominaria one. Whenever you cast a multicolored spell, scry 1. If that spell was all colors, create a 4/4 white angel creature token flying and vigilance. Pay 5, tap it, and add 1 color of each mana. Okay. And we got a cool land. Sulphurous Springs, dual-colored land. Deals 1 damage to you if you choose to use it, and then a common foil. Yavimaya Sojourner. And what is our sweet list card back here? Ooh, it's an older one. Hall of the Bandit Lord. Mew, from Champions of Kamigawa. Not sure about that one. I'm curious, being that it's a rare, and it's a land card from Champions of Kamigawa. So, let's go ahead and set that off to the side and do a little sneak peek on some values here. What do you think we should do? Take a little look, take a little type time. Hall of the Bandit Lord. Oh, hey, list card. That's not a bad hit. Here I am complaining about it. That's a $11 to $12 card. Pretty good list hit. All right, I can shut up now. Boom. We'll take it. Next pack, please. No list this time. I think they gave me my one good card. And that's it. I'm not going to get another one. Hold on. I didn't even read this card. Let's see what this thing does. Legendary land. Hall of Bandit Lord comes into play tapped, like most do. Tap it, pay 3 life. Add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool. If that mana is spent on a creature spell, that creature has haste. Ooh. That could be effective in multiple ways. I keep moving this card around. I think just do what I do. Ooh, that's a cool artwork. It's a stained glass version of one of those cards, but it's just all that. Which I like it. It's pretty basic. There's not a lot to it, but it's just cool looking. Pretty cool. Here's your stained glass land card. These are really cool. Foils are extra cool. But I like the way that they did these. These are definitely a unique style. Pretty neat. Juniper Order Revolver. Root Weaver. I'm kidding. Root Weaver. Tangled Islet. Samite Herbalist. I wonder what he's a herbin. Eerie Soul Tender. And we got another Baird. Put these cards in the wrong pile. Big dumb head. I'll have to fix that later. Protect the Negotiators. We've already seen that one, of course. Turu, Sky Knight. Coalition Sky Knight. Uncommon. Another Fury Rider. That's the same one from that art card. Go figure. The same pack. Who'd have thunk it? Meh, meh, meh. And our rare card is a Shivan Reef. Land, rare land. Coalition, War Brute, and a Soldier Token. Soldier Token, yeah. Don't mind me. I sing. You know I do. No more list card. We got one more pack after this, so maybe we'll get another one. Clockwork Drawbridge. Saw that one already. That was another one. Another Academy Wall. I feel like I'm hitting multiple recurring cards at this point. Raph. Remember Raph? Weatherlight something or other? But he's Weatherlight Stalwart now. He's back. Braid's Frightful Return. Saga. Monstrous War Leech. Looks pretty ugly. Heroes Heirloom. Joint Exploration. Here's a different one. We got Elas Ilkor Sadistic Pilgrim. Showcase. So just something about a sadistic pilgrim. And we got a mythic rare back here. See, new Phyrexia. Remember, I told you a lot of these cards are coming from that. So this is a Phyrexian Praetor. Ooh, that's the one we want. We want the Phyrexian version of this bad lady, but she's a dirty bird. So if it's not going to get banned, I don't think it will be, but it's going to make the infinite loop type of decks just even more disgusting. I mean, just simply look at it. It's 4-drop, legendary creature, Phyrexian Praetor, Death Touch. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Not too bad, right? You got Veto out there. You got, what's the other one? Blood card. I can't think of it now. But you got a couple different ones that do that type of stuff where you gain life and it deals damage to opponent's life. When they lose life, you gain life. Whenever an opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So, I mean, you might not get it just to kick right away, but if you can keep it on the field for at least a turn and you have all the other setup, game's over. Pretty cool card, though. I got one of those in MTG Arena, and I put it in my Veto deck that I put together, and never really got a chance to draw her because I only got one, and I didn't use any of my wild cards. But still, like, you know, pretty cool card. Pretty good hit there. I am going to check to see the value because I think she's up a little bit, but I'm curious. A monk, we got a different token, and a full Baldolian Berserker. Alright, let's check it out. What's her name? Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Oh, yeah. She's a dirty bird. Worth a lot more than I thought she was. So we got promo pack. We got the Magic Gathering Replace. She's up there in the $40 range right now. $43 to $49, depending on which market you're looking at. Did not realize she was that much. I was thinking the 20, but I think she shot up. Once this set was released, she started off slow, but people realized how awesome this card is, and they're like, yeah. So it'll probably fluctuate, go down a little bit like a lot of stuff does. A lot of these mythic rares that hit heavy, as soon as the set's released because of some of their ability, they'll trickle down a little bit, and then once they go off standard, they might go back up. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how that works with the values, but nonetheless, it's a $40 card, $45 card on average. I'm not sure what the Phyrexian one is, but that's cool too. I just like the Phyrexian one because it's unique, it's different, and you can't read it. That's why. All right, last pack. We're going to get one more list card. Ooh, we did. Do you think we're going to have a good one like last time? Another $11 card? I don't know. I think I'm going to get a chintzy common from like a more recent set. Ooh, that's a cool signature. So we did get a gold stamp signature, finally, out of the 8 packs. But it's like the full signature. Like the guy's like, yeah, I'm getting my name out there for real times. So that's a pretty good signature. And the artwork is actually a Plains. These Plains ones, I know on some previous sets, certain Plains, depending on who the artist was, were worth a lot more than some of the other ones. Even just the art card, like anywhere from like $2 to $5 an art card. With the gold stamp, I would say venture closer to $10. I'm not sure about this one now, but it could go up because of it being a Plains or a land of sorts for the art card. Tattered Apparition. Impede Momentum, Banalish Faith Bonder, Lightning Strike, Founding the Third Party. Come on, card, I had you. Here's a good one too, Relic of the Legends. It's a pretty useful one if you're putting together a legendary deck, which one of our buddies that plays Magic, he did put it together. He's been struggling with a lot of his decks because he's got some good ones, some good ideas. It's not that he's been struggling, but just the way he's played him has not really allowed him to use the deck for its value. He's getting a little too aggressive with his commander, and which means that the commander is effective, and we don't want it on the field of play, so we tend to target it. So he gets a little butthurt about it, but it is what it is. But he did put a legendary deck together that was actually pretty darn effective. So this would go well in there if he hasn't added it yet. Obviously, add 1 mana of any color, tap to untapped legendary creature you control, add mana. So if you got a full legendary creature deck, you can add a free mana with that at any time you want. You get 2 mana, so you get 1 mana from that and 2 mana from your untapped legendary. Pretty good deal there. Another Wrath. Showcase, we got Urg, Spawn of Turg. Another showcase. This one is Niall Viazoa Aeronaut. I think I said that wrong, but it's okay. We got another land. We got Carpulzian Forest. And we do have a rare foil back here. The Phasing of Zalthir. I couldn't read it. Zalthir. That one is a 4-drop saga. The first two Counters. I guess what they're called. I don't know. I can't think what they're called. Lore is a lore counter. Yeah, lore counter. Another target non-land permanent phases out. It can't phase in for as long as you control the phasing of Zalfir. So that technically phases out, stays gone until this disappears. And then when it gets to 3, destroy all creatures. For each creature destroyed this way, its controller puts a 2/2 black fire exceeding creature token on to play. Into play. So that's pretty cool. So essentially, you're protecting one specific creature, and then once it phases out, everything dies except for your creature, and then all the zombies that come into play, which might be another way to have something cool happen. All right, what do we got here? We got an old card, probably not worth a whole lot. We've got Sacred Rites from Odyssey. Now, I feel like Sacred Rites is a decent card, maybe by the name of it. It's a 1-drop. Discard any number of cards from your hand. Creatures you control get +0/+1 until turn for each card discarded this way. Now, that's defensive purposes. I don't know how effective that is in Modern or in even Commander, but I guess there's a purpose for a card designed this way. So let's see what we got. Sacred Rites. Not worth enough. List cards worth like a penny. So we got a good hit on one, bad hit on another, but we got some good stuff. We got the near $50 mythic rare that everybody's craving for, so I'll take that as a win. All right, this video has definitely gone a lot longer than I wanted to, but I hope everybody got a little bit of feedback on some of the cards, or at least be able to read them and see what kind of cards are coming out of the set if you haven't seen them already. So if not, no big deal, but please leave a comment. Please tell me what you think. Answer some questions I had. I had a couple questions, I think. If you saw them or heard them, feel free to answer them if you know. If you don't, no big deal. But your comment, either way, will get you in the first round or possibly a selection to the first round. Should get you in a selection for the first round. I'll do the drawing like normal to see who gets to play. Battle Pack featuring Dominaria United collector boosters. So that'll be next week for the first round if I get enough, and then so on and so forth like usual. So best of luck. Please comment, get in there, and we'll have some cards available for winning if you do win the Battle Pack. All right, thanks again, and catch you in the next video. Deuces!